Broadly welcome Professor Yogesh Singh, Director of NSIT. And before joining, okay, clap. Before joining NSIT, he was the Vice Chancellor of MS University, Baroda, Gujarat. And by profession, he's a computer engineer. Clap. Sir, could you please come on the stage and say a few words?
Good afternoon to all of you. I am extremely happy to be here in the Alumni Meet 2015. As we all know, history of this institution, which is a great institution, gives us hope, inspiration, ignition, and energy to work hard for further growth and development of this institution. As they have introduced me, I was Vice Chancellor at Baroda before taking this assignment. On 31st of this month, I will be completing 1 year. We have initiated few projects for NSIT, and we are also working for new projects. I just want to share some of them with the alumni. Everyone says alumni are brand ambassadors, but we want to play with your emotions. Whether you are brand ambassador, not brand ambassador, that's not important. Important is your emotions with NSIT. You have spent 4 years here, but you are with us for another 40, 50 years. Presently, what we want to do here, it's a reputed institution, no doubt. No debate on this. But when students are joining NSIT, but after 3 months or 4 months, they are realizing that reputation and infrastructure, they don't match each other. There are difficulties we do understand, but we are working very, very hard for the improvement of infrastructure of NSIT. One is, we have submitted the proposals of 200 crore to the government, and next year we are expecting we will be able to start the construction. We have 146 acres of land here in the vicinity of Delhi. It's a prime land. We have also requested PWD to prepare proposals for the complete development of this 146 acres of land. They have appointed an architect. What we hope now, like they have estimated a cost of about 800 crores. But we have to now think about it for another 20 years, 25 years down the line. What facilities we want in NSIT? What infrastructure we want to upgrade in NSIT, and what new infrastructure we want to add here. These two dimensions are extremely important. And from alumni, I also expect your participation. If you can constitute a core group for this, who can suggest, because exposure is very important, and alumni, they have exposure, they have experience, they have expectations. If you have ideas, please share with us. This is the right time. We would work on your ideas and try to inculcate in the processes of development. This is related to infrastructure. Second is the facilities in NSIT. We want to make NSIT a Wi-Fi enabled campus. If a student is in the ground or a student is in a building, this adequate strength signal should be available. We are working on that. I think within 3-4 months we will be able to achieve this target. We are also starting a business incubator here, where alumni can help us. Last year we submitted a proposal to Department of Science and Technology for the establishment of a business incubator here. Although we do not need the approval of DST, but we decided to go for DST because there are facilities associated to DST approved incubators. One is, if we have DST approval, our incubator will be able to or eligible for CSR grants. That is one thing. Second is, good number of tax incentives are available. We have already made presentation, and as I am told by some of the officials of DST, we will get approval very soon. Second is, we have also submitted a proposal to the Government of Delhi, and now, as we all know, now startup is a buzzword. Government is also very, very keen to start business incubators in the universities and institutions of Delhi. They have sanctioned 5 crore, grant of 5 crore, initial grant of 5 crore to NSIT. And we want to make it functional from January or February, like next month or in the February we want to start this. We want your help here also. Because in the incubator, physical infrastructure is one thing, but more than physical infrastructure and facilities which we will provide to our students and alumni, we want to create a right kind of ecosystem there, in terms of legal help, in terms of establishment of a company, whether they should go for a proper company, Section 9 company, Section 25 companies, or there are so many options. Then the accounting help, engineers are very poor when it comes to accounting systems. Very, very poor. They need the right kind of system to help them. This is very, very important. So, for the development of right kind of ecosystem, alumni can help us. Second is, there is a provision. If you also can start your company there, alumni are also eligible. Suppose you are working in an institution or a company or an organization and your age is 45 or 55, you want to start your own company. And you also need a protected environment, NSIT will give you that protected environment. You can experiment here. This is your institution. Your presence will ignite others also, youngsters also. And what we have decided or recommended that 24 months will be the incubation period, 24 months. But if you want more time also, maximum it can be extended to 36 months. For the students, we are changing some regulations. For example, we are allowing our students for deferred placements. Like in order to mitigate the risk exercise. You know, when we are a student, we are facing lots of pressure. When you were also there, you must have faced lots of pressures from the parents, from the society, peer pressures and other things. And the pressure is for what? Pressure is for a comfortable, safe journey. And whenever we say the comfortable, safe journey means what? Nobody will help you in a project where there are lots of risks available. Parents will say, nahi, chhodna, kya pange mein pad raha hai? Your peer will say, no, someone has got a job of 1 crore rupees per year. Why should we take a risk? This is a human psychology, true everywhere. But you know, we want to help our students. And then we have decided that if a student wants to start here, he or she can start here, and 2 or 3 years deferred placement will be allowed. So experiment. If you don't want to continue with your experiment, at least you will have rich experience. And then you can appear in the placements after 1, 2, 3 years also. In order to mitigate that risk. Second is, if you want to take a break, academic break, then also you will be allowed to take an academic break for 1 year or 2 years. So in order to experiment that. Third important dimension is NSIT will also provide seed money. NSIT will also provide seed money. But here, those who have experience and exposure, like this panel discussion was for entrepreneurship, which is very, very important. So we also want a group from this, our alumni, those who can help us for the selection process, because here selection is very important. If someone says an idea, whether that idea can be culminated into a commercially sustainable product. Because our teachers are not that good in that. I am also a teacher, because our teachers are happy after the publication of a good research paper. If they have an idea, their total thirst, inclination is for publication of a research paper. They are satisfied, happy, that's all. But this second journey is very painful, but very important. After the publication of a research paper, if you can convert something into a sustainable product, that is a real challenge. So we want to open the doors of our incubators to our teachers also. If you are an SIT teacher and you have a courage, courage is very important. And if you have a courage, I may have thousands of ideas, but I don't have a courage to start a company. Tomorrow, I don't know. But today, if I say I don't have a courage to start a company, but if a teacher has a courage to start a company, a teacher can also start. NSIT will help in that and will also. It means what? All three dimensions are open. One is the alumni, second is our students, and third is our teachers. They can do it independently. They can do it jointly also. Here the idea is important and the sustainability of the idea is important. So for the selection process, we in NSIT want help of the alumni. So please constitute a group. That group can interact with us in the formation of various regulations and strategies. Third, another thing is the curriculum. This is a very, very weak area in NSIT. We are getting best, brightest students of the country. Our processes are very weak. It means what? Getting a raw material of a very good quality. And when it comes to a finished product, because Bhatia ji and others are taking care of it, our students are getting job. So it's a rosy picture for everyone. But we have to assess and ascertain the quality of the processes of NSIT also. This is equally important. In good days, yes, because we are admitting intelligent students, hardworking students, तो वो तो जहाँ जाएंगे अच्छा करेंगे ही ना. But the point is the contribution of NSIT in the establishment of right kind of processes of international standards. That's why what we have decided now, from the next academic session, we are now implementing the choice-based credit systems in NSIT. Meaning thereby, choice-based credit system is not only a word. Please do not confuse with what happened in Delhi University. It's a student-centric approach. Right now, in all universities, our total focus of teaching learning processes is related to teacher-centric. If a teacher is available, teacher will take that subject. But now we want to go for a paradigm shift from here. We say it has to be student-centric. It means what? 50% will be core subjects. 50% will be core subjects. We will try to finish those core subjects in the first 2 years only. Most of the subjects, I am not saying 100%, but most of the core subjects will be over by second year. Then 10% to 20%, what we are saying here, that is related to different types of electives. One is discipline-centric electives. Student can choose 30% from the discipline-centric. If you are a very good in technology, you want to pursue your career in technology, good. You can take all subjects from discipline-centric. But if you want to do something different, you want to take some other subjects, we say that comes under the category of open electives. Here you can take any subject which is being offered by other departments. Student will decide. Teachers will not decide this, you have to study this only. Our only time here is what? 50%, 30% of the electives. You can take all from discipline, you can take all from without discipline, or a mix of it. You have to decide. And third very important dimension is what? Other subjects which are very, very important. For example, now we are introducing from the next academic session 2 courses of sports. It means what? If a student wants. It's an elective courses, they are elective courses. You can take in a first semester a course on sports. Second semester also you can take another course on sports. 2 sports courses, one NCC course, another NSS course, technical writing, social welfare, so many things which are essentially important for various dimensions of life. We not only want to produce technocrats, but also human beings. How are you socially relevant? When I say our engineers are very poor when it comes to technical writing, when it comes to communication, and when it comes to managing finances. We want to introduce a course on financial literacy. If a student wants to study, let him or her study that course. So total approach will be student-centric, not teacher-centric. We have to find experts, we will work on that, and then we have also disciplined ourselves in the regulations also. Every 5 year, we will upgrade our curriculum. We are making this as a part of regulation only, so that we are also forced to do it. Then, when it comes to alumni worldwide, I will take 2-3 more minutes, not more. Alumni are contributing in the growth and development of institutions. Don't worry, I don't want money. I'm not asking for money, but money is very important. Because we Indians, we don't have habit of giving. We don't have habit of giving money to institutions, money to neighbors also. That is, our culture. But we can give money to religious places. At least one thing, we are very good. I am not saying that, but religious places are fine. But institutions are equally important. Now, state governments are also saying that, why should we fund you 100%? Why should we? This is right now, this is a very, very important, relevant question which is being asked by all policymakers to all institutions, whether they are IITs, or they are NITs, or they are central universities, or the institutions like NSIT. Bureaucrats are also asking this. Why should we pay you 100%? You should generate your own resources. Easiest resource is student fee. I just want to share some statistics with you, not NSIT statistics, because I got an opportunity to attend a leadership program, a workshop for 3 weeks in a university which is supposed to be the second best university of the world, which is Yale University. In the Yale, the president of that university presented the statistics of the university. They said, our fees is $50,000. Our fee is $50,000 per year, which is about 25-30 lakhs rupees. But you know, that contributes only 10% of our expenditure. So we were taken aback. You are charging the fee of 25 lakh rupees or 50 lakh rupees, and you are saying this is only 10% of our expenditure. Like, from where you are getting 90%? Then he gave other statistics also. 20-25% they are getting from the neighboring industries, 10% from the consultancy, about 20-25% they have corpus of about, like it is in millions of dollars. The university is 400 years or 300 years old. So they have a huge corpus. Then renting income also. I'm not saying that is the best model, please don't misunderstand me. But the best institutions of the world, 10 to 15 or maximum 20% contribution is coming from fee. And 10 to 15% is coming from alumni, worldwide. But this is not true in our country. Like in NSIT also, our, like from fee, it is about 10 to 12%, the fee, our total expenditure. When it comes to alumni, it is negligible because there is no system. But you know, we want to introduce a system also. We want to introduce a system here in NSIT also. Like, we want to create a facility on our website, although we are working on website also, where an alumni, if they want to contribute, they should be allowed to contribute for a specific project, or 100 rupees per year, or something. So we want to generate a corpus here also. 100 rupees, 200 rupees, or anything. Minimum it should be 100 rupees. I experimented this with the MS University Baroda, which is the largest university of the country. When I say largest, means on campus largest. They have the presence of about 40,000 students. It's a residential university, like NSIT is also a residential structure. We, when we started this initiative, a mixed kind of experience, but we started getting something. Point, we don't want to run an NSIT on the, from that corpus, but you know, we want to have such corpus. Think about it. Think about it. If we can start this initiative here also, where 100 rupee minimum and top, no limit. You can give us anything and everything. But one day we have to start this. Still, the money is important, but not that important. Important is we want to, in the starting I said we want to play with your emotions. That is means what? If you pay 100 rupees, we in NSIT are accountable for that. We are answerable for that. That will give some sort of pressure on our systems also. If you are paying something, you have all the rights to ask. What? I have given you 100 rupees, please give me the report card of 100 rupees. Anything, like it's an open idea, but you know, there should be a provision and systems which will help us for the growth and development. Right now, like we don't have any problem of funds, please, let me make it very clear. In Delhi, problem is not funds, problem is the processes. We have adequate fund. Corpus also we have. कितने? 40-50 crore वो भी है, वो खर्च नहीं होता हमसे. Reason is not that we don't want to do it. Yes, we want to do it. So we were working on for the improvement of processes here, and I can assure you one thing here, that all activities, all proposals, all regulations will be student-centering only. Our students are important and they will be epicenter for all our activities. I'm happy here and I share some of my views. But you know, in the coming years, we will discuss the projects. And I expect that you will also constitute few core groups who can initiate some of the things with us. We will give money, but your exposure, your commitment, and your experience will help us. And our target is what we not only want to make this institution as the best, one of the best institutions of the country, but we want to place this institution on the international map for technology and other associated fields. Thank you very much.
It's a suggestion. Can you please make it a priority to have a formal NSIT Alumni Association page in the database, comprehensive database? We don't have any database as such currently, and we don't have even an association website. Can you please make it a priority to do that?
One is, NSIT is a technology institution, but our all processes are manual. Our students are suffering like anything. Where I was shocked to see that we are issuing manual admit cards to our students. I was also shocked to see the long queue of students, but we want to get rid of that. We have submitted a proposal, prepared a proposal and submitted for the clearance to Government of Delhi. And that proposal has been cleared. Next month our tender will come for the automation of all processes of NSIT. So we want to install a software here for all activities, including the alumni activities. That is one thing, that NSIT will be fully automated in terms of students' activities, in terms of teacher-centric activities, in terms of alumni, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of hostel management and everything. So next month our tender will come, and hopefully we will try to digitize our all activities, one thing. Second is, we should, I don't know whether it's a registered association.
So it is a registered society.
It's a registered society.
That's
So
right.
I think one or two alumni can meet me so that we can formalize various activities here. And when it comes to like the software development also, we would like to develop software as per your expectations with reference to your domain. So that will help you. Second,
Can I?
One more? Yeah.
candidate for the Vice Chancellorship of Delhi University, it was misreported in media.
Okay.
It was misreported in media. Why I am not? Why? Reason is only very simple reason. I joined NSIT last year due to some personal problem, Otherwise, I was very happy in MS University Baroda. But I lost my father, and then I came here. So I am emotionally attached to this, because when I wanted to come to Delhi, NSIT helped me to come to Delhi. So I can assure you, I will be here for 5 years. I will not fly anywhere, and I want to work here with the help of all of you. As a team, we want to work for the growth and development of NSIT. That is only misreporting in media. Yes, please.
Instrumentation and controls student. It's been a pleasure listening to you. After a long time, we've been waiting, because I have had a long association with NSIT. I've continued to be in touch with Bhatia sir and other faculty. I've tried to reach out to the institute multiple times, but things don't really move. Very saddened every time I come here. I hear a lot of hope, when you said things here. Very delighted. In fact, my son is also here in the first year.
Very nice.
And my husband is also a pass out of NSIT. Both of us are 92 batch. So I really want things to move. And I don't know if there is a formal structure. I don't know if Bhatia sir, anything we are taking from what Professor said, and we can start formal structure here.
So, from our side, we have made it a beginning here. One, alumni activities. Dean Alumni, our Board of Management has approved, and we have appointed, right now we have appointed Professor Mittal for that purpose. He is looking after alumni affairs. But that is, one side. But more important is your side. So, association. So, there should be a right kind of synergy between association and our alumni office. So, formal structure will be there from our side, in office, a dean, and other associated systems.
I think, lot needs to be thought about that because I myself work in the education space. I also teach at IIT Delhi, education work here, which never really came to any structure. And I was lost actually in not knowing where to go, whom to talk to. Wanted to do a couple of things. So one, my request to you would be, when you put a formal structure, make sure things work. And most importantly, you are accessible to us. It becomes very important when we go back to our daily lives and we start to function in our daily lives.
100%. Anytime you can contact me, visit me, and because our objective is what we want to place NSIT on international map. That's the ultimate
Really
objective.
awesome.
Committee member of charge annually 1,000 rupees for the members, and there's a lifetime 5,000 rupees if you want to become a lifetime member. So we have like all over India 28 chapters of that, and this is all British universities alumni who are part of it. So something similar can be done. 1,000 is peanuts these days for a year, and 5,000 for lifetime is also not bad.
We will discuss. Please.
First of all, I can get your software done. Like I already got a software company, like lots of software servicing. It's not I'm marketing, but I'm just okay. And yeah, I do the bank. Like you were saying that you want to put some electives, right? So when I was at NSIT, I was having some problems. Like I wanted to do some research, but somehow things didn't work. I did some research, so I suggest that maybe you can have some electives, scores for people who are doing research or for entrepreneurship. And most importantly, you should have something like a student counselor. Like people here are like confused. Like I personally tell so many students that these are the things you have to do. People are confused. They don't know what to do. Even after NSIT, engineering is like a graduate, right? So we should have something like that. Okay, I'm personally mentoring a lot of students here. That these are the things which I did, and maybe you can do it. So
one is you are saying there should be a proper emphasis on research and proper credits for research work.
Yeah.
Because if there are no formal credits, then people will not take it. If they take it, then also they have lots of pressure. In choice-based credit system, students will have flexibility to take more projects, and their related courses. Research, when we talk about research at undergraduate level, here the instrument of that is a project. So if you want to take a one-year project, then you will get 8 credits for that. You can do research there or develop something there. It's fine. Second is the counselor. If we all feel that there is a requirement of a full-time counselor, we can work on that also.
So actually what happens is that this is what I whenever I was like, I was also going through some personal problems. So whenever I tried to accept the teachers, so it was not, it was not a very friendly relationship, okay, all the time.
After 40-50 days, this time also, I think the first week of January, all results will be declared.
Very good. I just tell you one thing, I want to go.
Issue is related to the processes because now we have made a rule. मैं आपसे शेयर भी करता हूँ, कुछ घबराने शर्माने की बात नहीं है. 40 डेज का हमने इवैल्यूएशन सेंटर बनाया है कि जिस दिन एग्जाम खत्म होता है 40 डेज में टीचर्स कॉपी चेक करेंगे. जिन टीचर्स की कॉपी नहीं चेक हो पाएगी वो डायरेक्टर के कमरे में आएंगे, बैठेंगे, मेरे साथ चाय पियेंगे और कॉपी चेक वहीं बैठ के करेंगे. अगर मेरे साथ चाय पीना है, गप्पे लगानी है, तो कॉपी नहीं चेक करनी उनको, तो आना है. तो ये बहुत दिन तक तो नहीं करेंगे ना, तो अभी तो सिर्फ 2 ही टीचर थे इस बार, बाकी सबने चेक किया. उन्होंने भी एक दिन मेरे साथ बैठ के चेक कर लिया, कोई ऐसी खास बात नहीं है. इशू क्या है कि जब हम उनको उनके हर एक कोई भी नहीं चाहता ना कि अपने को खराब दिखाना, तो कोई नहीं चाहेगा. लेकिन अब हमने कहा है कि 40 डेज टू एक्सटेंड. सो सेंट्रल सुप्रीडेंट के पास कोई पावर ही नहीं है 40 डेज से ऊपर जाने की. आफ्टर 40 डेज he or she has to close the center. तो उसके बाद का क्या करें? उसके बाद की कॉपी मेरे ऑफिस में जमीन पे रख जाओ करें. Then my responsibility will start. And I can assure you, I know the teachers now, and I am also a teacher. अगर थोड़ा धक्का लगता है ना हमें, तो हम करते हैं, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं। इसीलिए मैंने कहा now our all activities will be student centric.
Whatever I've heard, I believe you are the best director. I have been to 3-4 actors. Seriously, sir, it's not that I don't like to say, I don't need to say. So just that help him and get it over.
Thank you for nice words.
May I just clarify what Ajit asked? In 2006 or 2005-6, we actually worked together, me with some other team members. We made a student association, and as per the law, NSIT is registered under Societies Registration Act, right? So if somebody else registered also a society, on legal you are at the same level. So if you want something which is with the college, it has to be under you. So like if the student association like re-registered, like we were at par with the NSIT in the legal status. So he was asking registered. If registered, then there is limited cooperation because you are cooperating with somebody equal. You will have to start something of your own. And they say this is our formal NSIT alumni society, not an independent society because you are a society according to the law.
We can create like an MOU kind of thing with that society or association, and after that we can work on the mutually agreed terms and conditions. For example, like the incubator which we want to start now, we are registering a section 9 company now. The section 9 company with a full-time CEO will run there. NSIT will not run. हमारे पास उतनी ताकत नहीं है run करने की, because it requires professional help, professional. When we say right kind of ecosystem is what, you may be surprised. In writing, DST has written now, based on experience of 25 years of DST in the various institutions, including IITs. What they have written: if you hand over your technology business incubator to a professor of the institution, probability of failure of that is 100%. They have written in writing. They have given in writing. In the good practices, first line, this line is written. What they want to say, professors are not for that. They have different mindset. They are creative people, but a different type of people. So, for the success, if you want to increase the probability of success, appoint a full-time CEO, a professional CEO to run. So, they experimented both. And the incubators which were running by a professional CEO, they were quite successful as compared to the CEOs which were, the incubators which were run by the professors. So this we are very, very clear. In Government of Delhi policy also, which is coming up very soon, in that we have also written this. And government is planning to create position for CEO for such incubators. So that will be in safe and professional hands. We all will support that. So NSIT will be like, we will have bigger stake in that. That is our company. But the CEO will be a professional person. And like that CEO will run the company as the other companies are being run in the country. Like that. So on similar lines, like we can also sign MOUs, because there also we will sign MOU with that company. Because company will, our company, not directly, but on board, the majority will be from NSIT only. Similarly, we can think about something, and so that will be functional and more effective.
If you can, send me the contact details, I can get the stuff automated if you want. I'll do that.
Our problem is something different. Being the government institution, we have lots of issues. We have no doubting your capabilities. You can always develop and give us free also. But the you will not be able to run this for many, many years for us, because you have your own limitations. That's why, and what we want a cloud-based solution. Cloud-based solution, where we want to pay for the company per student per day, per student per year base. Reason is very simple, उसको भी लगे हर साल कुछ आता है, हमको भी लगे कुछ आता है, देते हैं. So in that model we are working, and so that maintenance will not be a serious issue. Because I have seen many projects have failed because of not development is one thing, second is the poor maintenance of activities. And if it is person specific, then if person is not there, then the institution may come in trouble. That's why in order to avoid those hassles, but we would definitely like to take advantage of your expertise while evaluating. If you are not participating in our tender, then we would like to take advantage of your expertise in the process of selection of the right kind of company.
If you can give me your contact details, then I can help you.
Rising status in every 5 years. I just wanted to throw a suggestion out here. Would you be interested or open to an idea where alumni are an equal part in designing those electives? Because alumni and those people who are in the industry have a better idea of what's new in the market. So it is a viable idea where...
That's very, but this now time is right. We are in the process of finalization. If you want to, we will give you our schemes, introduce new electives, we will introduce here. Think about it. 15 दिन इसी पे करो ना हमारे साथ. We will incorporate all your suggestions. तो उसके लिए क्या करो? Please constitute a small group. That group can advise us. कौन से introduce करते हैं? तो अभी वाले में तो हम अभी कर देते हैं.
It's not just about introducing new electives, but designing the syllabus for them.
Same thing, related thing. Then the way you can, please do it.
Sir, seconding what he said and what you mentioned about the alumni reaching out to institute and institute reaching out to alumni, I just want to reiterate that I am sure that you will help in that and you will establish some processes to make it easy for us to reach out and help. I know that most of us want to help, and like Mona said, first lot of this will be easy of day-to-day life. If I know that it is easy for me to come and help with the proper structure, then I will be more than willing to do it. When in terms of delivering guest lectures, the students will be very, and like we saw in the panel discussion, we've got so many successful people who have made names for themselves, they have got to contribute.
So initially,
So just to make it easy and
like you have pointed at it, that's fine. But initially for 1 year, what you can see, you can contact the director directly. After that, धीरे-धीरे फिर उनको शिफ्ट करेंगे. पहले तो I am here. मेरे से बात करें. भाटिया जी हैं मेरे साथ. Plus the new dean who will take care.
Yeah, I think in somebody talked about student counseling and all. I think that is another area where we alumni can really help, because most of the counseling the students want is what after BTech. Should they go for higher studies? Should they go for entrepreneurship? If they have some ideas. So the first level of validation could be there, or ground we can check. They should not be just daydreaming. Somebody can really tell them that what you are thinking, what value does it have, the course correction or whatever it is. I think we can contribute. Just a request that
Bhatia sir,
help us
being the dean student welfare, he, like myself, Bhatia ji, and the dean of alumni affair, we all three.
And also we wouldn't want to, whenever we have something, we don't want to just come and waste your time. So it's basically
sharing of ideas.
yeah. So if it's a structure, I think it will help everyone.
Good evening, sir. This is RUA pass out. Couple of questions for you. Number one, what efforts are being made in the institution right now to hold annual convocation? Last I heard, the convocation was held in 2007. I'm still waiting if I could get a chance to be ready to wear the black suit here. Second, as the repute of the institute is, growing over the years, what efforts are being made to hire more trained faculty within the institute? As I hear, when Triple ID was situated in the institute, many students from NSID were actually heading to Triple ID Delhi to do projects or internships instead of working actively in NSID right now. They are not PhD holders. What steps are being taken to hire more trained faculty which is working in the fields and departments?
First,
so there is still identity crisis for manufacturing process and automation in the industry and market outside. So what are the steps being taken to make that happen?
From this academic year, we have started a branch, BTech in mechanical engineering. This we have already started. But regarding MPA, one suggestion is what? Rename it to mechanical engineering. Another suggestion is what? make it like it is a branch approved by AICT. But when it comes to the awareness, because many colleges are not running this branch, that is a question related to awareness. But when it comes to legality, it's a legal recognized branch, and few colleges are offering this. What we can do, our board has also passed like BE mechanical engineering with specialization in automation activities or something like that. But being the affiliated institution of Delhi University, we have to work under certain parameters. But your department is very, very keen to change the nomenclature of the course. I don't know what will happen. But let us see how can we. So our PhD students are running this institution, primarily you can say, which you call it a TRF. Whether it is good or not good, I don't want to comment on that, but that is the reality. Why, then you can always ask, why are you not filling such positions? Government has imposed a ban on NSIT for the appointments. We have submitted a proposal to the government and requested the government to lift this ban. Hopefully within a few months, government will lift this ban, and then we will start the process of recruiting teachers. We are working on that. In principle, government has agreed to lift this ban. That was related to some issues. This is not the right platform to discuss those issues. But teachers are very, very important because they will be with us for 40 years. That's why the process, I can only assure you, we would like to do it in the most systematic, transparent way, and we will try to recruit the good teachers for the institution. Sanction positions, we have adequate sanction positions available. Government has also approved additional 36 positions, that for the mechanical engineering and some for the other departments. Issue is only a problem, a small technical hitch here, but by next June 2016, we will be able to recruit new teachers. Convocation is related to Delhi University, basically. Not related to NSIT because this is not a university. First. I just want to, technically, first of all, I am answering your question. That will be a degree distribution function. It can't be a convocation, any affiliated institution. They cannot hold a convocation. Let me make it very clear to all of you. It can only be a degree distribution ceremony. You may call it a convocation unofficially, that's fine. But when you are saying 2007 onwards, yes, it's a pretty affair. Let us see whether we can hold it. There are many issues here also related to convocation because we don't get degrees in time from Delhi University, so many things. But yes, we should hold convocations regularly. I do it regularly.
What are you doing to improve the hostels?
Hostels, yes. One is, we are renovating one girls' hostel. One girls' hostel is under renovation. So क्या बोलते हैं मुझे? भाटी जी क्या बोलते हैं उस hostel को? Girls' hostel.
GH2.
जिसको renovation हो.
GH2.
So we are renovating that and making air-conditioned hostel. And for then after the completion of that project and the experience, then we will start working on other hostels. Like new infrastructure which I discussed. Now new buildings, all NSIT new buildings, like 6 buildings will come very soon. They all will be air conditioned and should be of international standards. Government has approved that. Second is, we are also working on the existing infrastructure for the improvement of existing infrastructure. Next time when you will come, you will find some changes here also. Regarding existing boys hostels, one is the uplift, facelift of the boys. We are working on facelifting, but for other facilities, our hostel chief warden and others will discuss with the students and then we will formulate a strategy for that. But new hostels, those new hostels will come, they will be of international standards, and we will upgrade this infrastructure also. We are working on both the directions.